I don't always watch educational shorts, but when I do, I prefer Coronet.
A Boy of Mexico, with a cameo appearance by Senor Bungle.
William G. Brink, expert on Mexican boys. That came out wrong.
We now join Juan and the Donkey Puncher on KMEX 103.
Rising over the mountains in Mexico. It is a lovely morning.
Mice are preparing for a busy day of running around very quickly.
The sun is shining on the rocky hills and green valleys. It is shining on the village where Juan lives.
The celebrated Boy of Mexico himself?
You don't know where the village is? Juan's village?
I bet William G. Brink knows.
If you look at a map of Mexico, one like this, you will find a city named Mexico City.
It's southeast of the giant cow.
Not far from Mexico City is the little village where Juan lives.
Its name is not important.
This morning, Juan is leaving the village with his donkey Pepito.
The other villagers cast them out for their unspeakable crimes.
This is Juan. And this is Pepito.
No pictures.
And this is Juan's father.
The grim look of a man who's about to kill a donkey.
Ah, how happy Juan is today. He can be with Pepito because it is vacation time and there is no school.
Pepito is the town's math
Juan
teacher.
and his father know many of the farmers. They call Buenos dias. Good morning to them.
The neighbors resent Juan's father ever since he got that Tapatio mascot gig.
Up the road they go toward the forest. Juan and his father are going to gather wood today to sell in the village.
Because as the proverb goes, give a man wood, he'll build a fire for a day. But teach a man to gather wood, and he will likely die in poverty, perhaps in debtor's prison.
Is that how it goes?
Yes.
Then father calls to Juan, "Let us rest here for a while."
Come, son, stereotypes need reinforcing.
It is cool in the shade of the tree.
A brisk 97 degrees.
Pepito will like a little rest, says Juan. Are you tired, says father. No, I am not tired.
Good, then you can gather wood for 7 decades.
It is cool up here in the hills, Juan. Perhaps you should put on your serape.
Yes, this loose-fitting, sleeveless rug will certainly provide you with adequate warmth in the harshest of conditions.
Oh, God, I'm being smothered. Release me from your death grip, Serape.
Then father shakes his head sadly. Your serape is getting very worn, my son. It is very old.
Consider a Big Johnson shirt instead,
Perhaps
son.
someday, says father, I will be able to buy you a new serape. A new serape? Juan thinks that would be wonderful.
Juan thinks serape means plane ticket to America.
Then I shall give my old serape to you, my Pepito.
My fleas have fleas.
And now they have almost reached the forest. Look, Juan sees something.
The Frito Bandito!
It is a stranger. He seems to be having trouble with his car.
The donkey that pulls it has died.
Buenos dias. Buenos dias.
Well, let's get to the beheading.
The stranger is explaining that his car has run out of gasoline.
Juan's father pretends to know what that is.
Perhaps we can help you, senor, says father. Gracias. Thank you, says the stranger.
Who is definitely not a
Which is
drug
the way
lord.
to the nearest village. It is that way. Then I must walk there for some gas.
All three of them simultaneously imagine slamming the trunk on the man.
But father and Juan would like to help. Wait. Let my son Juan go for you. He can ride Pepito and bring you the gasoline. The stranger agrees.
He's interested in a little lemon fiesta with Juan's dad.
Oh,
Here is money to buy the gasoline, Juan. Juan has never carried this much money before.
the feeling of power gives him his first erection.
I will be very careful, he says.
What's this? A man selling magic beans?
And so, Juan and his father have found a way to help a stranger.
Just move the
And
motorist
Pepito can
chopping
help
axe
too.
here.
Now, up you go, Juan.
Pepito helps only because of the omnipresent threat of Juan painting him like a zebra.
Do not worry, senor. Pepito and I, we will get your gasoline.
As long as you can extract gasoline from tortillas.
Ow, ow.
Hasta luego. Goodbye. Hasta luego.
The stranger quickly orders Juan's father not to speak to him or look him in the eye, as he is his social better.
Your son is a good boy, says the stranger.
How much do you want for him?
Thank you, senor. And then the stranger has an idea. He picks up father's machete.
Oh, God, no!
Knife, and offers to help him gather the wood.
Dad, run!
You are very kind, senor. It is good for people to help one another.
Happy to kill you. I mean, help you kill. I mean,
So they set to work.
Oh, right, over here.
Whoa, donkey, look out!
After a
Whoa!
long ride down from the hills, Juan and Pepito reached the village.
the wrong village. Juan was hopelessly lost.
They passed some women washing clothes.
And making tortillas out of clothes.
Wow, what can't they do?
They see a peddler selling firewood, just as Juan and his father will do when they bring in their wood.
Juan vows to crush the competition any way he can.
In front of the village church, some women are quietly talking.
So I says to Lupe, I says, "Yo, Lupe, get off your fat ass and get a job."
In the street, some of Juan's friends are playing a make-believe bullfight game. But Juan knows he cannot stop to play now.
Suddenly, his cousin is gored by his best friend.
At last, he reaches the store.
Which immediately closes for lunch.
Quickly, Senor Storekeeper, I need some gas for a stranger who is in the hills.
His actual name, Pablo Storekeeper.
And then Juan has a moment to look at the new serapes.
Just flown in from Milan.
I was hoping for something in a burgundy velvet.
But he must not think of a serape now. No, he has a job to do.
Right, Juan?
Very carefully, he takes out the money for the gasoline.
If not handled carefully, the money could explode.
So you are helping a stranger, Juan, says the storekeeper. That is a good thing to do.
Oh, hell no. Throwing a Molotov through a landowner's window.
Juan is very proud. So far, he has done very well.
Until.
Dun, dun, dun!
And now it is afternoon.
Father's remains broil in the sun.
High up in the hills, Juan and Pepito are returning.
And this time, it's personal.
There is father, with the wood. And the stranger, too.
He keeps talking in French, says his name is Marceau.
Here we are, says Juan.
It's mezcal. It's like ethanol.
Stranger thanks Juan. Then he hurries off to put the gasoline into his car.
In the excitement, he panics and pours it into his taillight cover.
Okay, more than enough stranger bud, I'd
Now I
say.
must hurry, says the stranger. It is late and I have a long way to drive.
Gotta put down a peasant revolt in the next village. Thanks for your help.
Wait, senor, says Juan. Do not forget your change.
Ah, thank you. And now I must go make my car more huge and bulbous.
And the bottle, too.
In fact, all the evidence.
Stranger is in a hurry. Hasta luego.
Well, son, I just ran over my foot. There must be a lesson in that.
God, not again! I've got to get a car with better mileage!
He is calling you, Juan.
If he opens the trunk, run!
I almost forgot, says the stranger. Here is something for helping me.
It's fried ants. Go on, they're delicious.
For me, says Juan. Money? For me?
Nah, they're fake.
Juan did not expect a reward for helping the stranger. But father says, it is all yours, my son. You earned it.
However, there is the matter of the dad tax.
All the way back to the village, Juan thought happily about his reward. Father was happy too, for he had a good load of wood.
It's the filthiest thing I've ever heard.
Come, Pepito, come. We must stop at the store. Ah, the storekeeper knows what Juan likes.
But instead, he gives him a serape.
I will take this serape, says Juan.
Ah, excellent choice. Now may I show Sir something in a huarache?
And he pays for it with his own money.
Here, buy yourself a haircut.
Juan is proud of his new serape. And he's happy, because Pepito has the old one that Juan has given him.
And he's sweating like a bear.
As we leave Juan and Pepito, we may be sure that Juan will always find happiness in helping others. Hasta luego, Juan.
Juan will be back in A Man of Mexico, Juan and his bloody cartel.
Riff Tracks. Some movies have it coming. This has been a Riff Tracks presentation. Riff Tracks, copyright by Riff Tracks and Legend Films. All rights reserved. Unauthorized use or duplication is prohibited.